Get in, lads. The three of us are here to talk about each team in their Gold Cup group stage, because the group stage is over. Knockout rounds are set. We're going to go group by group, A through D. Each of the four teams in each group talking about how we felt they did in the group stage on a ranking from A to F. So I'm just going to start here with Group A. Group A consisting of USA, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts and Nevis. Jamaica, of course, we had a video that banged 2 weeks ago. 10K views or so far. So if you guys watch that, I appreciate it. If you guys are here because of that, I appreciate it. If you guys haven't watched it, I recommend going to watch it. Where we pretty much just hype up Jamaica the whole time. Some people I think didn't realize we were hyping up Jamaica though, which was interesting, but that's okay. Anyways, let's start from. I'm just gonna go from who finished first through fourth. So I'm gonna start with USA. Rating A through F for USA's group stage. I'm gonna give it a solid B plus.
Oh,
I think a B plus is an order. Yeah.
Okay.
They disappointed. I wouldn't say disappointed. They were just getting into the flow of things the first game. Drew with Jamaica, should have lost, and then killed the next two teams, which they should have done anyway, but they did. B plus, I think, is in order. Not fully an A, but a B plus.
Okay, I think that's fair. I was expecting an A from you, but I'm gonna go B. B, solid B.
Ooh, taking away the plus.
Just expected. It was an average performance. It was expected, the results. I mean, Jamaica was the only game where I felt like they should have lost. I mean, I feel like Jamaica got really unlucky. But yeah, I think it's a B. I got to give them some slack because it's a brand new squad. Half of those players probably haven't even played with each other before on the national team level. So I'm going to cut them some slack. And it's the B team. So new manager, interim manager. So you know what? Solid B. Solid B. Not great, not fantastic, but average, solid. Did the job.
Okay, Dio?
I would agree. I think a B is pretty accurate. They beat the teams you expect them to be, even with their B/C team, and they played a terrible first half against Jamaica, a slightly better second half. I still think they're going. It'll be interesting to see if they come up against a tough. They got Canada, which I think they should be able to beat Canada. They're pretty ass, but
yeah. Against Canada, but yeah.
But even against Mexico, I mean, are they better than Mexico? Yes, but would I still be worried they could lose? Yes. So, I would give them a B. I don't think they're super convincing, but I mean, when the teams are not that competitive, you're not too worried, at least until the final.
All right, so we agree. B plus. Okay, Jamaica next. Jamaica finished second, set to play. I think Guatemala. I think. The knockout rounds.
Yes.
Yeah, Guatemala. So Jamaica finished second. No, they played Guatemala. So finished second, same amount of points, just lost on. Got second because of goal difference. I mean,
not
A minus.
surprised.
I'm going A minus.
They did really good.
I'm going A minus there. I think that they did better than.
I'm gonna go A.
Okay, there you go.
I think A minus. I'd go with A minus on that one. Yeah.
They did better than I thought against the USA. I thought USA were still going to handle them fairly, but Jamaica were giving them more for the money. But they had them in the first half. They had USA looking a little Canadian, if you will, that first half. But they did well.
Canadian.
The Canadians are catching strays.
Like I said, we'll get to them. I mean, Jamaica
they're going to get all the smoke.
Jamaica should have probably finished with 3 wins. Unfortunately, they didn't get us. So A minus is solid. All right, we all agree there. Easy. Trinidad and Tobago.
It was expected.
Yeah, expected. Trinidad and Tobago finished in third with 3 points. 1 win, 2 losses. I mean, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm just going to give them a C. I mean, you can't really expect more out of them, and arguably a group death here with the two teams who are probably the highest. People consider have the highest chance to win the whole tournament. There's not much you could do. Trinidad and Tobago had their moment against the USA years ago. That's it. That's over. So,
agreed.
Yeah, I mean, see. You can't take too much. You can't give them worse because they didn't expect anything else. But
I feel like it should be a unanimous decision on that.
Yeah, I think C is pretty easy. And then St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis, I'm giving it a fucking A.
No.
I'm giving it an A.
An A.
I'm giving it A for even being there.
I'm
giving it A for even being there. Because that was being there for a squad of like that. Very solid. They deserve an A.
For 2 islands combined.
Yes.
14 goals scored against. all no wins.
3 games.
Damn.
I
No
mean,
goals scored.
based on
they were
performance
there.
wise, it's an F. But for
Yeah.
spirit and for the culture, it's an A. But
Look,
performance wise, it's a
I'd
F.
say this: if I was like a goalkeeper or defender on that team, I would say like, oh, my cousin has a wedding. I gotta go. Like
you're switching
I gotta
nations.
go.
Yeah.
I think six of the stars in one of the games were born in England too, so they can't switch again. It's unfortunate. I mean, they tried.
Well, it's tough.
I mean,
tried.
they're getting the England squad. Let's be honest.
Like I said, like I said, they had USA to make it a play against. Not many teams can do anything with that.
Well,
I'm
the
still
way
sticking
they
with
played, they should.
I'm still sticking with an A.
For the culture, it's an A. For
culture,
personal performance, it's an F. If I could
give them
go
2
any
A's
lower,
for St. Kitts and Nevis. 2 A's.
No. God damn it.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
so
Moving on to Group B.
We're going to Group B.
We got Mexico in first.
Mexico
Started off
#1.
the tournament pretty well. Then lost their third game against Qatar. I would say personally unlucky. I thought they should have won the game. They did hit the crossbar 3 times. It just lacked that final touch. Jimenez needs to fucking chill out. He should have probably got sent off in that last game against Qatar. He needs to chill out. Got lucky. But you know what? I'm gonna give him a B+ so far. Interim manager, hopefully permanent manager, personally in my opinion. But B+. I think they should have done better against Qatar, more clinical. But it gives me hope for the rest of the tournament and for the future if they continue playing like that.
Yeah.
And B+. And Tuna,
I was going B.
I
was going B there. B personally. I think the Qatar loss really took a lot away from the group stage. I mean, they deserved to finish with 3 wins, but to have the only goal scored on you, the only shot on target, it took a lot.
It was a poor goal to give up by Memo Ochoa.
It was, but they still give it up. It doesn't matter. Like, I guess they were unlucky. But
I know.
It also is their fault they didn't win. So I'm giving them a B.
Yeah, but
B at the highest.
Unlucky. I think it was unlucky, so I'm gonna give them B+. Not an A, quite.
Yeah.
Because I felt like there were
Unlucky,
certain
but-
things that were still lacking.
Yeah.
But I think they did the job. I think they surprised some people
I might get some hate for that, to be honest.
in the sense
comments.
that.
I might get some hate for my response there in the comments if I'm being really honest.
Let them hate. Bring us that video engagement, baby.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like-
Diego, yeah.
Go ahead.
I kind of want to give them a B- because give the US a B, and I thought the US was just slightly better. So I feel like I would give the
All right, staying
Mexico
true.
B-.
Sure.
All right.
But I think they both. I think for the situation that they're in and how badly they needed at least some hopeful, some hope. I think some good positive vibes. I don't think this is the worst way to get that. I think they had some good ones. And the Qatar, it was a bad loss. Yes, it was kind of embarrassing, but it's nothing crazy like horrible. No one's gonna be like, oh my god, this is the worst thing. No, you move on. You made it to the next round. Just play the next game, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think the other thing is with the loss to Qatar, Mexico brought, not a full A team, but a lot of their A team. It's we'll go 75% A, 25% B. But Qatar brought their B team. They only brought 1 or 2 starters from the World Cup. So it's that takes a lot away from you. But they also didn't lose the game onto those stats. So
true, but we also know that the A team needs help, and I think this is just one of those that they're figuring out what works, what doesn't. It's still that transition phase. So I'm not going to be too critical.
I'm not cutting them too much slack compared to you guys, but we settled in the B range. There's no argument needed. We settled in the B range.
It's in the B range. I'm cutting them some slack because it was unlucky result in my opinion. I felt like they played better than Qatar and they should have won the game, but that's just my personal opinion.
I think they'll have a tough time against Costa Rica, though. I'm not going to lie. I think they could find Costa Rica a difficult game.
I don't think so.
I
think if they play bunker ball,
let's save the Costa Rica. We'll get to Costa Rica in the next group.
Let's go to the host nation
Qatar
2022 through World Cup.
It's just last year, Andres.
Lucky. Let's be real. Lucky.
Yeah, they don't deserve to be in those.
Lucky. They don't deserve to be there.
You can't take away a knockout round appearance from CONCACAF champions and leaders of Qatar. They've done so much for the CONCACAF culture. No, it's just they shouldn't be the tournament in the first place. They should. They shouldn't be
Shut
the
up.
tournament in
They
the
got
first
lucky.
No,
I'm gonna give him an F.
They-
I don't give a shit. An F.
Okay,
They
that's
shouldn't
not
be
an
the-
F.
If Ochoa
No,
saves
okay.
that, they're out of the tournament.
Looking okay. Anyway, well, being in the knockout round anyway, regardless of who they are, is still solid because there's so many teams who shouldn't be there, who should have been there and aren't there. I'm still gonna give them a B. Honestly, I think
You're too nice.
Haiti deserved to be there. Not deserved to be there, but they could have been there. I mean, they're ranked, I think, 6th in CONCACAF. So, Haiti should be there. So, they're tough competition. Honduras is also decent competition. Qatar to finish above both of those, I think, is solid. I think it's still a B. The way they got there, yeah, unfortunate. And I think, as a Mexican fan, Andres, there is a little bit of bias and a little bit of aggressiveness towards them with that. But I think a B is in order. They shouldn't be in the tournament. They shouldn't be through, but they are. It is what it is.
I think
Still
the
not.
results
Okay.
don't care about the performance. Okay, this is a Qatar team that are ass. But the results speak for themselves.
Even their
They
A
made-
team's bad.
They made it through. You gotta applaud that. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's
Would
what
we
I'm saying.
put them second? No, I want to put them second. So hey, you gotta give them credit there.
They got through. I'm giving credit for the fact they got through. If it was Honduras instead of Qatar, we'd be saying the same thing. It's just because of Qatar, then we're giving them a little more, stick for nothing.
So I'm gonna give them.
As a team.
Wait, this rating is this based off what our expectations would be, or just like how
It's
well
whatever you want to give it to them,
Performance.
right?
Whatever you
Well, they
think.
weren't good,
How do you feel?
but they got through.
Give
What
them,
your
give them
heart
the rating and tell us
desires.
why you gave it the rating. We've got through 6 days. We got through 5 days now. And he's asking why.
Yeah,
how
well, this
we're rating.
Qatar's good. Okay,
Just-
fine.
just
Just
How
go
do you wanna
ahead.
rate it?
Get
What do you
whatever
wanna
comes
give it?
first to your mind.
I'll give them a B plus. I'll give them a B plus,
Ooh.
not an A
Okay.
because no. This is not in the same way because B plus in the sense that the performances weren't good, and I don't think they're gonna do anything past this. But they made it through, and you gotta applaud that. So I'm gonna give them a B plus for that.
The grading scale's fucked.
Solid.
It is.
It
It
Oh, it
is.
totally is. But
It's so
who
fucked now.
cares?
It's fine. We make the rules. It's our podcast.
Exactly. Let's go on to Honduras.
All right,
Honduras
on to
finishing in third. Same amount of points as Qatar. Just goal difference is what killed them. 1-1.
B minus. They weren't supposed to beat Haiti, but they did. So
True. That's a good
B
point. For the
minus.
Haiti win, it gives a lot. Yeah.
B
Yeah.
minus. I think they deserve it. And they pulled
Honestly,
the upset, made it interesting in the end.
I'll go B minus. I mean, in a group where they, looking at it, honestly should have finished last. Arguably, could have finished last. To finish third, solid. And to not have gone through because of Mexico's mistakes against Qatar, that is more unlucky than anything. So yeah, I'll give them a B minus. They deserve more.
Yeah, that's
Didn't
fair.
get more.
That's fair.
Okay, solid, easy. And lastly, Haiti. I mean, Haiti for me.
Choked it.
I just checked the rankings. They're 6th. I mean, they're above Jamaica in the CONCACAF ratings, which does make sense.
I give them an
They should have been second. I'm going to give them a D or an F. You can't.
F is a little strong, but I'll give them a D.
Nah, they
Okay,
choked
we'll
it,
go
bud.
D. I mean, they beat Qatar, yeah. Lost to Mexico, understandable. But losing to Honduras, I mean, let me look at these stats real quick. I mean, they didn't it wasn't like a football manager game. Like, they had less shots, same amount of shots on target, less possession, less passes, lower pass accuracy, way more fouls. D. Haiti should have done more.
D.
And a lot of people are going to agree with me too, because a lot of people in the comments
And they scored
Some
first.
people in the comments said Haiti too. That's Haiti's fault.
They
That's their
choked
own
it in the
fault.
second half. Get
Yeah.
good, boys.
So we'll give them a D. D for finishing last. On to Group C. We're halfway done here. Panama, Costa Rica, Martinique, El Salvador. We'll start with Panama here. I mean, solid. I mean, what more can you say?
Get the
Very
job.
solid.
They did the job. They probably shouldn't have drawn to El Salvador. They could have and should have beat them on
Yeah.
paper. But so A minus. That loss brings down to A minus for me, or that draw is brings it to A minus. But they're A minus. Yeah, they're there. I mean, they're ranked 5th in Panama. They should be topping this group, and they did.
Let's go B
A minus.
plus for me. B plus.
Ooh.
I'll
Does
go
the
A
job.
minus.
I'm going to
Expected in that group.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I didn't bring up. I would give them a B plus, but they also topped Costa Rica. Costa Rica ranked higher. Costa Rica should have arguably been first. weren't. Costa Rica is the World Cup representatives for CONCACAF every time. So to finish above Costa Rica by beating Costa Rica, I think it's really good. I think it's an A minus. Then we just move on to Costa Rica. They got through
there
by a point. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. The draw being against El Salvador, which again probably shouldn't have happened. But
yeah,
they got through. B.
Yeah, those B minus just because be different.
Okay, solid.
That's it.
They should have topped the group. It's a toss-up between Panama and Costa Rica, but I think Costa Rica does have. Personally, I feel should have topped the group and didn't, and that's enough to bring down a whole letter grade for me.
Just for them to lose on Saturday.
I'm gonna B minus because they had the most entertaining game of the World Cup, of the Gold Cup.
Ooh,
6-4 against Martinique.
Yeah,
solid.
I don't know. That Guatemala game is pretty interesting.
Sure, it's good.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, out of the games that he watched,
that literally changed the whole. That literally changed the whole Group D in that final game against Guatemala and Guadeloupe.
Let's go down to Martinique in third. Ranked 10th.
They tried.
No, they tried. They're ranked above El Salvador just by 1 in concacaf. I think solid. See, this is what it is. They tried. They got a win. A win that obviously, against El Salvador with a red card.
Yeah.
One might say they should have won it. One might say they shouldn't have won it if they're that close in quality. But for a country that no one really has heard of, let's be honest. No one. The first time I heard of Martinique, I've only ever heard of Martinique when talking about soccer, and that's every other year.
Yeah.
So to finish in third against similar to the Group A scenario, in my opinion, to finish third against Costa Rica and Panama is what it is. You shouldn't be topping any of those two teams. In all fairness.
Yeah. They gave them good run for their money, but that's about it. El Salvador.
It's a solid showing. They'll be back, I'm sure, but solid showing. You can't say anything more or less than that, to be honest.
And then there's El Salvador.
El Salvador,
we expect this every time.
They're one of those countries that really should be good, but they've hit their max, and they're not going to go beyond that. And their max is not.
We have a friend who might see us get angry at this.
Dude, the amount of time. Okay, I sent Matthew. It's our friend Matthew. Matthew for watching, which he's not. But if he ever hears about this moment, I sent him like a clip from another podcast actually saying the same thing, like they've hit their max. And he said, "We're winning the Gold Cup and World Cup." This is after they didn't qualify for the We're winning the Gold Cup and the World Cup. They could have moved on, but the likelihood wasn't there. Right. I can't give anything more than a C minus. I didn't expect much from them. They gave me what I expected.
D plus, just because they got 2 draws.
Yeah.
You slapper.
A D plus.
D plus.
A draw against Costa Rica, solid. They weren't that much worse than them. Solid. I'm gonna bump it up to a C. They didn't underwhelm me. They didn't overwhelm me.
They weren't that much worse.
They just whelmed you.
So they did a bit better than expected.
They just whelmed me. That's all I can say.
They took the loss pretty good. They took that loss pretty good, so they got a C plus.
All right. C.
All right, Diego. What about you?
I'm gonna see. If Matthew sees this, he's gonna be mad. I'm gonna give him a D plus, just because.
Thank you. The two draws.
Yeah.
I'll text Matthew that we talked about in this video, so I can tell him when, so he has to watch the whole damn video.
Let's go, baby.
What can I say? Okay, last group here. Group D. Guatemala topping it. Ranked in 8th.
So lucky.
Ranked in 8th. But they did it. They did it.
I watched
2 wins and a draw. A beautiful goal, by the way, to set him. To put him top. You can't deny it. A. We're going A.
Ooh,
I just don't like the fans.
Okay, you can't.
What?
They're really mean.
This is the same guy where the one Mexico fan stabbed another Mexico fan in this tournament, and he said, "I don't like their fans. I'm giving them."
Well, they kept chucking stuff at the Guadeloupe players, and I felt bad. So
yeah, He's also a West Ham fan who did the same thing in the.
I didn't feel bad about that. I didn't feel bad about
All right, our just is gone. Our just is gone. We're taking applications, like I said. No, I'm just kidding. Performance-wise, you can't give a personal bias.
Okay, performance-wise, I felt like the fans carried them in certain aspects of the game, brought them back to life. No. I mean, like in a good way. Like they brought him like
12th man.
Yeah, as a 12th man.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a B+.
Okay.
I think they did solid when they needed to. I felt Waterloo got a little bit unlucky, especially in that second half where they should have put the game to bed.
Okay.
And then couldn't. So yeah.
Solid.
I'm gonna give him an A because
oh my god.
Come on, Guatemala at first. Canada didn't. I mean, with
Canada's fucking Canada, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll get to Canada. That's next. But keep going with Guatemala.
Guatemala. Hey, come on, man. It's a good story. It's a nice one.
Hey, we take it. You don't hear about
that.
Guatemala is one of those teams where you never associate with good football. Like, unfortunately, in CONCACAF, you just don't associate with good football.
What do you associate Guatemala with?
What do I associate? Food.
What?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I
Man,
never thought about Guatemala like that. I don't know.
That's so insulting.
I don't know. You said you don't associate football. I don't associate anything with them.
Guatemala are the Central American representatives. That's all I know. When I think Central America, I think Guatemala. So they encompass Central America.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think Cuba and like Puerto Rico as well. But
yeah, they're more island countries for me. When I think about this island,
that's okay. Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. We're settled. A minus average from all of us. Let's go to Canada.
It's not even an average. A minus would be the average.
That's what I said. Okay. Anyway, Canada here. I'm giving them a fucking D. I'm sorry. They got through. But they should not have gotten through. Canada are in there by the skin of their fucking teeth, dude. It's a D for me.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm part Canadian, I got to give them a B. No, I'm joking.
Oh, jeez. They did send a B team, yes. But even Canada's B team should be still a top 4, top 5 country here. And they, agreed. I mean, the draw against Guadeloupe, everyone was like, whoa, first of all, like, what the hell? And then they drew against Guatemala. Both games, arguably, maybe they didn't deserve to draw. Maybe they should have lost. But they drew. And
they did the job. The job's the job.
They did the job. And they beat Cuba. Yeah. I mean, it's...
Wow. Cuba.
Everyone beat Cuba. But yeah. They shouldn't be through. I'm giving them a D.
3 points.
I'll give them a D as well. They were bad.
The first game set the precedent for the rest of the tournament, and that was just they're not doing nothing here.
Because I'm part Canadian.
It sucks.
I got to give him a C-. Unreal. A C-. That's not horrible. I mean, they got out.
Bias is so bad.
I know.
A C-. It's one letter grade before yours. Chill.
You're part Canadian. That's your listening. That's not.
They got out. They got out. All right. So a C- for a team that's probably never played together before. So you know what? A C-. A C-, possible D+, depending on how I'm feeling on the day. The grading scale has been fucked, and I just made it worse. But yeah, it's fine. You know what? They're gonna lose. I guarantee you they're gonna lose next in the round.
Well, they play the USA. They play the USA. In the quarters. I mean, if they don't lose the USA, that's a USA thing. That's not a Canada thing.
We're about to.
There's a deeper issue. Yeah, they're not getting past it.
Consistent with quarterfinals coming soon.
I mean, honestly, Canada. Looking at it right now, they're lucky they're qualifying by default for the next World Cup.
For just being Canada.
For just being Canada. For winning a bid, they're luckier. But I mean, they got time to step it up. They'll be fine. All right, that was D overall. Guadeloupe have come out of nowhere for me here. So I'm giving them a fucking A. Yeah.
A+.
I mean, Guadeloupe should move on. In CONCACAF, they're rated 17th. They're ranked lower than Suriname, French Guiana, Cuba, Curaçao, Martinique, Trinidad and Tobago. They get an A for the performance.
A+.
Easily.
I think they got so unlucky. I really wish that game ended in a tie. The Guadeloupe versus Guatemala. I felt like it should have ended a tie, but they just got unlucky, and those damn Canadians snuck by for being too nice.
God damn.
But Guadeloupe, I got to give an A+. All the players on that team played fantastic.
Yep.
Goalkeeper a bit questionable in that last game, not gonna lie. But you know what? It's okay. Great break, great performance by them. I hope they come back and they do great again. I hope they advance.
Sorry.
Three times.
Yeah.
Think it's like an auction right here. Yep. 25, 30, 30.
35.
Anyways,
we go 40.
Guadeloupe is a department of France. That's what Google says at least. Imagine. Okay, hear me out.
I'm listening.
We get some like if French players really want to like make their mark, you know, we get some of them heading over to Guadeloupe.
That's crazy, bro.
And they just. I mean, like
This
like,
is a
come on.
whole conspirity theory.
How
How did that work out for St. Kitts and Nevis with their English players?
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
You could do that.
good, yeah, but yeah, I see what you're saying, Diego. It's not gonna happen, but I see what you're saying.
Hey, I don't know the
never
rules.
know.
I don't make them. I just break them.
I just break.
Also, by the way, watermelon food looks fire. Is this watermelon tamale I was looking at? This looks so good.
You hear what I'm saying now?
Searching.
You hear what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
That's what
I gotta eat some watermelon food. I haven't eaten
Look
some
it up.
in a minute.
We're taking some
Did you guys see how many
applications for
Guatemalans
two
were in
new
New
podcasts.
Jersey when they played New Jersey? How many Guatemalans?
Was there a lot?
Anyways, yeah, there's
there's a
Guatemalans in Southern California. Tell me, let us know the spots, dude. I want to go.
Yes, hook us up.
Let us know the
Hook us
spots.
up. We'll post up. All three of us will post up. Record some vids. You know,
Last team.
of us eating food.
a
eating
mukbang
mukbang.
coming soon. A mukbang coming soon.
Get in mukbang. Get in food
Get
connoisseur
in your
podcast.
stomach. Let's go.
That was terrible.
So
That
bad.
was terrible.
That was bad. All right, just stick to
We
being a
have one more
researcher,
country.
Diego. My
We have
God,
one more
Cuba.
country. Let's get there.
Cuba.
Cuba. We lost this
Fucking
to
F
games.
plus. I don't care. F plus.
F plus. There's no such thing as F plus. It's just an F, bro.
No, I'm
Cuba.
gonna give him an F plus.
Cuba, I'm going B. Cuba had no chance of getting out of this group. Should have finished in third. Arguably on paper, should have finished in third. And Guadeloupe, came in
Said
and just
no.
said no.
I got this.
I'm going D. No, I'm going D.
I
They
honestly-
did worse than expected. They did.
They scored.
They scored.
It
They
is
scored
kind of
3
wrong that
goals,
they
guys.
consider themselves a higher grade than them here.
That's why I'm saying the grading scale is fucked, but we don't care.
It is, but who cares? Cuba, I gave it. When one of them scored, they all score. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Except in the Gold Cup. No, actually, they scored 3. Never mind.
They
Take
scored
that
two
back.
That's what I'm
against
saying.
Canada. Come on, Canada.
Yeah, it's solid.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Come on, against
Come
a
on,
shit
Canada.
Canadian team. Come on.
How bad are you?
Canada really harmed the image of democracy and
They
capitalism.
did. They didn't want to be. They didn't want to be nuked, bro. They were like, "Nah, score on us, please."
They said, "Count us out." They said, "Count us out." Focus
Hey,
on it.
hey,
Focus
hey,
on
you
us,
remember
the neighbors.
Trudeau's like, hey, yo, you remember when we let you guys score 2 goals against us?
Come
Yeah.
on now.
You remember that in the Gold Cup? Come on, man, leave us alone. Alrighty. Well, on that chaotic note of a discussion of our rankings of the Gold Cup standings in the group stage, that concludes the episode. Yeah.
Okay, if you guys want more knockout round content here, make sure to subscribe and like the video. You're getting there. You're getting there. You're slowing down. You're getting there.
I'm slowing down.
All
Thank
right.
you. That's why I have you to help me
Yeah,
out.
you know.
Yeah,
if you guys want
thank
more
you guys for
Goku
watching.
content. Okay.
Sorry, we keep cutting each other off.
Hey, someone decide, man.
Hey, Diego, just give it to us. Diego, just give it to us.
Diego,
Alright,
take it away.
Thank everybody for watching. We appreciate it. We'll catch you guys. Hopefully we have another video up this weekend. That'd be great. But yeah, otherwise we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Lovely.